All right, well, here are all the supplies I grabbed from Amazon to do this floral window project. So you can see I did buy some dried florals from Amazon, and they came in these little, plastic sleeves here. And these are all just pressed and dried flowers. I was pretty happy with the variety that I got. You can see I've used some of them. And then these are the little windows that I ordered from Amazon. And each one comes in a little bubble wrap. And you can see some are actually vertical and some are horizontal. So like here's one that's gonna hang this way. Here's one that's gonna hang this way. I also have some dried florals that I actually collected and pressed myself with a microwave. I have a microwave press. So I'll have to link in the description for you the video that I did where I did the pressed flowers in my microwave press. But you can see I have a couple dried flowers that I, did myself. So what I'm gonna do now is just go ahead and work on my arrangements. I'm gonna be picking out some of these really pretty flowers and making these little floral windows. And then what I found is if I take some super glue and actually just go around the edge, it kind of just helps to make sure that they don't fall apart, because the only other thing that keeps them together, I'll open this up and show you, is a little latch. Let's see if I can get this opened up and I'll kind of show you that. It's like a little sliding latch. And so what I found is even when I latched it, some of the flowers were falling out. Now I didn't want to use like Mod Podge or anything, or Mod Podge. I always say Mod Podge and my daughter always corrects me, but see if I can get this baby open here. I didn't want to use, it's very hard to do with one hand. I didn't want to use Mod Podge. I didn't want to use anything that would like cloud the glass or anything like that. But what I did end up doing was just putting a little bead just around with some super glue when I was done. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and finish up the rest of these. All right, well, I'm just gonna go ahead and open all of these up and kind of get this going sort of assembly line. But I will drop some videos and pictures that I've done of these other ones. Now, I did start out selling them on the flower stand for $10 each, and I did sell a couple at that price point. But for this weekend's actually Mother's Day weekend as I'm filming this, I reduced the price to $8 and I sold out basically. I think I have one left out there, but because I have more supplies, I want to finish up the rest of these. It did cost me some money to buy the supplies, which is why I put the price point at $10, a little bit more, but I mean, they're really nice little glass frames. So again, what I'm going to do is just grab some of these dried flowers. And some of the ones I dried myself are actually have really good color. So I think that's one thing that's a little hard with dried flowers, is the, maintaining the color. These ones are a couple years old, to be honest. So some of them are a little faded, but you can see the yellow ones are pretty good. So I tried to grab ones that had the most saturated color, and these pansies work really well, pansies and violas. So one thing I want to do this year is I want to cut some more and use that microwave dryer that I have and actually dry some more of these, because these, they only last a certain amount of time and then they start to get a little faded. But I do have some pretty kind of purple and yellow ones. So I'm just going to start out, laying these out. And I did do some in different color combinations. So I did ones that were like more neutral colors, some that were more like yellows and oranges, and then some that were like a little bit more of the pinks. But whichever design I'm doing, I'm trying to pick the most vibrant colors of the different dried florals that I have. I'm also trying to make sure I have like a linear piece. So you can see these are some, I think these are alyssum. That's dried, so those dried pretty well to dry flat. So I try to make sure each design has sort of a linear piece or sort of like a stem looking piece, and then some of the heads of the flowers. So those look pretty good. So now I'm going to get into here to these ones that I purchased. And so when you open them up, I just slid it open. It kind of has like a protective, so it has like a pocket like this, and then it has sort of this protective sheet here. So I was pretty happy with, again, the variety of things that you get One thing that's probably helpful for this is to get like a little piece, like a little tweezer would be helpful. But I'm just gonna go ahead and kind of open them all up and then kind of place them all. And then I'm gonna glue them shut and put them back on the flower stand. And hopefully I'll get a few more, hopefully I'll sell them all. I think I might keep one just because, you know, it might be fun to kind of have one. But other than that, I'm gonna try to sell them all this weekend. So I definitely think this craft would be great if you, for kids or just anybody really, it's just kind of a simple one to do. Now, one thing I will caution you of, ones like this that have, like they're a little thicker in the center, the windows wouldn't shut if it's a little too thick. So you definitely want to pick very, you know, kind of flat pieces. So like here's one that's a little, look at this one, it's like a little daisy. That one's really cute. And I did sort of like face them. So one side was kind of prettier or had more of the vibrant colors than the other side. Here's a pretty one with a yellow flower. But doing dried floral art is just so much fun. Now, when I did glue them shut, the flowers did move within the frames like a little bit. I wouldn't say it was anything like substantial, and it really wasn't that bad, but they did move around. My main concern is that they were going to like fall out of the bottom. Here's another set I'm going to open up. But they did not once I figured out the gluing. So that really helped. So you can see a lot of these colors are like a little bit more neutral. So, but some of the bigger flowers didn't work very well. I'm going to try this one. And let's see, these little white daisies work really good and they're really pretty. And it's kind of fun to look at these sheets that I paid for and ordered to kind of get ideas. So like here's one that's a Dusty Miller leaf. Look how pretty that is. It's a little big for this design. So I'm gonna see what else I've got. Here's one. Here's another Dusty Miller that's like a smaller one. So that could look really pretty. So it's kind of fun to see like what things are on here. Look at this one. This is a leaf that kind of has like a skeleton look to it. So I definitely want to put that one in. That one's really pretty. And it's been fun to arrange these. I'm kind of surprised how well they've sold on the flower stand. I think I started out with, I have like 15 of them. I'll have to look back and see. But they've sold pretty well this weekend. And I wanted to do something kind of different for Mother's Day. So that was my intention of putting them out this weekend. Okay, so this sheet here has a few more like vibrant colors. If you see those like oranges and pinks. So I'm gonna get into this one and try to finish up these last few. I'm not sure what flower that is, but it's kind of like an orange color. So that could be really pretty. I like that spray. And then I have used quite a bit of these pinks. Now the other thing that's nice is like, so this one has a really long stem. So you can just, you know, you can just take your fingernail and sort of shorten the stem of this and then kind of arrange it however you want. And no matter what you do, it ends up looking really pretty because they're dried flowers. I mean, who doesn't love the dried flowers? But yeah, some of these with the bigger centers didn't quite work. So they really have to be flat. So that's one suggestion I would have for you. And like I said, the supplies for this were not very expensive, I didn't think. And I definitely think this would be a fun craft to do with kids or anybody really. And it's such a fun way to preserve your garden. So you definitely would not have to purchase any dried flowers like I did. In fact, if you purchase the flower dryer, the microwave one, I mean, you could do this yourself. You could do it in a book. You know, you can dry flowers. It's pretty simple. It does take some time. So that's the one thing is if you are watching this and you think, oh, that'd be fun to do as a craft, you know, cut your flowers in your garden now so that you can have some of these dried florals to play around with, because it does take a while for the flowers to actually dry if you're going to press them. All right, I'm just looking to see what I have left here that's kind of small and has more vibrant colors. I feel like I need a little bit of green in this one, maybe like a green leaf or something. And I definitely have used enough now where I could go through and kind of consolidate. So here's another, looks like a purple alyssum and another little leaf. So, and then don't be afraid to sort of overlap things too. In fact, I want to get a better camera angle here so you can kind of see, but I definitely am like overlapping and kind of putting things in there and putting things in, taking things out. You know, that one didn't do it for me. Rearranging and seeing what I like here. This one has a little bit of purple. I kind of want to include it here to bring out the purple of that other plant. So doing this project definitely got me thinking about how I can preserve my garden this year and how I can press flowers and what flowers and even leaves might work really well for pressing. Here's another like kind of leaf here that's kind of an interesting one. So anything that's kind of flat to begin with, I think could work really well for this project. Here, I'm looking for the more bright, this one's got like a little pop of pink there, if you can see. I'm gonna grab that little pink one there. And I'm trying to, and I'll flip the camera in a minute, but I'm trying to mimic the same kind of colors over and over. So if I'm using a little bit of pink, I wanna use a couple of those. And if I'm doing one that's a little bit more orange and yellow, that's what I've been kind of doing is, you know, doing some pinks and some orange and kind of creamy, more creamy colored ones versus the pinks. Okay, I've got another spray of this kind of orange color. So we're gonna go with that for this one. Again, don't be afraid to overlap things. I think they can look pretty from either side, but I'm gonna overlap some things here. I'm gonna use another one of my yellow ones here. All right, so let me flip the camera around. I'll kind of show you what I've got and then I'll show you the gluing process. All right, so here's kind of what I have going on. You can see there are different ones here. So this first one has sort of a leaf and some of the flowers. Here's this one here. So I definitely am sort of packing them in there, jamming them in. And there's this one here. And then this one here. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna take the glue, pretend the lid is off because I can only do it with one hand. And I'm gonna go all the way around the edge, not the latch. I'm gonna glue all the way here and then right here. And then I'm gonna close it and really like pinch it shut with my fingers while that dries for a few minutes. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, I just went ahead and glued them all. So again, I just took that glue, I went around the edge, and then I pressed these closed, kind of pressed them tight for a little while until they kind of set up. Another thing you can do is just put something on top of them. You can kind of use something to sort of press down for a few minutes while they're sort of setting up and drying. So that works pretty good too. Well, that is how I crafted my floral, dried floral windows. I hope this little short video gave you an idea for how you could craft something like this. It's so easy, it's so fun, and it's definitely something where if you think about it now, you can preserve that beauty from your garden, press it and dry it, and make such a cute little craft project. So let me know if you're gonna try it, and I hope you guys do give it a try because it's really, really a fun one.